There's nothing worse than not knowing. See, this is exactly why I do these videos right here. Hello, friends. How are you doing tonight? I am Nikki. Thanks for clicking on this video. This is a cold case we're going to cover. 15-year-old case. Amy Haueter, I believe I'm hopefully saying her name right. She's been gone for 15 years, January 15th of 2005. And there's not a whole lot on her out on the internet. But I wanted to cover a case. She was kind of a high risk, chronic runaway that, in my opinion, had the chance of being trafficked possibly back in 2005. And her family is still looking for her. They want her home. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a video. Hopefully it gets out there. Maybe somebody who knows something will see this video and, help out this family, get some closure. So I always like to say this at the beginning of the video. I am not a police officer. I'm not an investigator. I am not a reporter or anything like that. I'm just a girl with a camera on the internet that wants to pay it forward and do my part in helping the world get better, I guess. So if you'd like to help too, then I'd love for you to subscribe and join the live stream sometime. And then also I do lots of videos, and I do from all kinds of brand new missing persons to old cases. So let's get right into this case. So Amy Haueter, Lynn Haueter, actually, Fern Creek, Kentucky. She went missing, like I said, January 15th of 2005. This is a age progressed picture of her. Maybe she's out there and she's aged and she's out there with a family, her and children, and living a great life. This is what we would want. This is what she looked like when she was younger. So sweet, such a sweetheart. We want to help her come home. We want to bring her home. And that is the phone number. You should call the Louisville Metro Police Department at 502-574-2111. And I'm going to leave the link down below, as I always do in these videos. It's too long. It's been too long. Let's go to Amy's Charlie Project. Here she is, just a outgoing 15-year-old, 14-year-old. Like I said, Fern Creek, Kentucky. This says the 14th, so between the 14th or 15th. Not a lot of information on this case right now. There's really not, but who cares? I want to get it out there. Obviously, she's a white female. She'll be 30 years old now. So here's some pictures of her. Look. Lots of different, but she's always got this great smile. Just a fantastic smile. Here she has a pink coat, jeans, a black Nike sneakers, a necklace with a letter A pendant, a ring on her right middle finger, and a ring on her left hand. Amy had a history of drug abuse. Distinguishing characteristics: Caucasian female, brown hair, brown eyes. Amy has a surgical scar under her left arm that extends to her left breast. Her nose is pierced on the right side, and her ears are double pierced. Amy was last seen at her residence in 1900 block of Pine Street Drive in Fern Creek, Kentucky on January 14th. It says that again. So 14th, 15th. Her mother picked her up from a movie that night before they went home. The next morning, Amy was gone. Yeah. She was reported missing on the 18th, and she's never been heard from again. Probably she was reported, a few days later because she was a chronic runaway, as it says down here. Authorities believe Amy left on her own accord, may still be in the local area. I don't know when, which is okay, good. I don't think she's a chronic runaway in 2005. Since her disappearance, there hasn't been any indication that she tried to get a driver's license anywhere in the country, and it's still unsolved. So she would be a perfect candidate for a sex trafficking ring. 14 years old. No, I don't know how the sex trafficking ring is or the sex trafficking industry is in this part of Kentucky. But in 2005, it wasn't really talked about. Sex trafficking wasn't like the big, like everybody knew about it. It happens because sex trafficking has been happening since the dawn of time. Human trafficking has been, since the dawn of time. She easily could have been trafficked. She would have been perfect. They, target runaways and, you know, if she was into drugs, I don't know if she was a drug addict. I highly doubt she was an addict by this time, 14 years old. Probably she did party. This is from 5 years ago, but I did want to pull it up because it was, it has a picture 10 years after a different disappearance, which, like I said, this is 5 years old. It has been 10 years since Amy Haueter's mother, and like I said, I hope I'm saying her name right, last saw her. She was 14 years old and she disappeared in 2005 from her home. But her family is not giving up hope. So, yes, they haven't. Amy was last seen at Cedar Springs apartment in Fern Creek where she lived with her mother. That night, this story just goes over. It was a Friday night. She picked Amy up from a movie, and early in the morning, she went to check on her 14-year-old daughter, and she was gone. But her brother says she would not talk to anybody for 10 years. She went out that night to meet some friends, and she never came back. We did what we could. We did what we could. We made flyers. We put them up around town. There wasn't Facebook back then. We pretty much just put up pictures and had detectives on it, which is what else can you do? What else can you do? But now they do have a Facebook page. It's not super active, but I'll pop over there on it too. The detective on here says that it's still open. Of course, this is 5 years ago, but I'm sure they just haven't had anything to fault. They literally haven't had nothing, which is so strange. I got to digging around this case, and I was like, there's just not a whole lot on the case. Every website, it's the same information. There's nothing, no other information that I could find. This is the Facebook page. I'm going to show you the Facebook page. The last time they posted on here was May 3rd, January 16th of 2019. So last year. See, so somebody's posting, somebody still misses Amy. It's been 14 years today since Amy's disappearance. If you know anything about her disappearance or where she might be right now, I beg of you to notify us so we can put it into this pain that her family's been feeling for 14 years. There's nothing worse than not knowing. See, this is exactly why I do these videos right here. This is why I do these videos right here. These painful things, I've seen them. I've watched videos and I've seen posts and I follow all these. And this is why I do this. This is what made me go, you know what? I'm just going to do it. You know what I mean? I know I don't have any experience in this, but this is why. For these kind of posts like this. This is her mother. It's been 14 years since I last saw my daughter, Amy. I would love to be able to hold her in my arms and tell her I love her in real life instead of just in my heart and my dreams. Right there. Oh my God. Sad. Horrible. Go share her picture. Somebody knows something. I wish that there was more information that I could have found on this case. Just nothing. She's just vanished. Very sad. So I'll leave this right here. It's just a little bit of this and that on it. But I'm going to drop this down there for y'all. This is missingkids.com. There's another thing. This missingkids.com. It's on there. But all the information is the same information. This is all the same information. It's so sad. It's so sad. Can you imagine? Going 15 years? Can you imagine going 1 year without knowing with your daughters? Okay, 2 years, 3 years. Maybe the first year, like, okay, she's out being crazy, a crazy teenager and stuff. But now at this point, they're pretty cute. Just a cute little girl. Probably a little troublemaker, you know what I mean? And Amy's mom, if you see this video, my heart goes out to you 100%. I I feel for you. I can't feel for your pain. I don't know that kind of pain, but I do feel for you. And feel free to contact me if you want. You want to talk about Amy's case? We can go live on a live stream. Anybody who ever wants to, we could do this live stream together on YouTube. That's fun. Look, and when I tell you there's nothing out here on the internet, there's not. Look, I'm gonna show you this. This is the Google search and videos for Amy. Nothing. There's nothing. Nothing. None of these. These are all. I mean, I can't find anything. Nothing. It's sad. So this is why I do these. This is exactly why I do these cold cases. This is why I do these cold cases, because nobody's doing these. Nobody's covering these. You know, it's real popular to do like, oh, I'm gonna do, and I do up to date cases. I do up to date, very dramatic cases and everything. But there's also these other people that are out there. They're suffering. Doesn't somebody know what happened to Amy? Doesn't anybody out there know what happened to Amy when she left? She obviously snuck out of the house this night on January 14th, 15th area in Fern Creek, Kentucky. She obviously snuck out, went somewhere with possibly some friends. I mean, if somebody has a secret that they've been holding on for years and years and years, and they need to let it go, just a little tip would be great. And I'm just going to leave links down there. I'm going to leave links to the Facebook page. I don't know whether they respond, but I'm going to leave a link to this video. But it just seems like something needs to, give, And so I am happy to do these older cases too. I know, well, they don't get views and all this shit, but whatever. I don't even care because of that post on that Facebook. That is why I do this kind of stuff. So anyways, there we go. Thank y'all very much. I'm going to leave links below so you can find information on Amy. This is another heartbreaking case, 15 years. Time for somebody to come clean, talk about this case, let Amy's family know what's up. Please, I appreciate y'all watching these videos. Please come back and watch the next one that I upload. Have a good night.